Hey, everybody. Welcome to Tea and Telly. Thanks for being here. Good to have you. I'm very excited about today's stream. We've got some rowdy bunch tonight. PJ was supposed to be here, but unfortunately had something to take care of. Might be late, might not be here. I'm not sure, but we can do this. We got some great well, I have a wonderful host with me, and then we're going to have Joe come in here. So first, without further ado, I'm going to introduce my lovely host, Miss Tracy here. Let me bring her in for everybody. Hello, Miss Tracy.
Hello, how are you?
Good to have you with me. Thank you. I know it was kind of sort of spur of the moment, but I kind of knew I was going to bring you in anyway. So I wasn't worried about that.
Well, this is exciting. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought, you know what, I was going to bring you in anyway because I think this is kind of sort of up your alley anyway. And I thought it'd be fun to have some more people on the panel besides just myself. But let's go ahead and bring in our guest, Mr. Joe. He actually put his name Joe Cool. Okay, let's bring in Mr. Joe Cool here. He's such a twig.
We were on. I was playing a bit of Stargate.
I bet you were. Little Stargate. Hello, Joe. Thanks for showing up here and for being with us.
That's okay, Maria.
Yes.
And Tracy. Hi, Tracy.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
What are you doing, you knuckle?
So it's Saturday night down here at Colorado tonight.
Oh, right. You're right next door to me.
Right?
Yeah.
I can take these off now. You don't need them.
No, you don't. You don't need them at all. Well, thanks for being here. Let's see who we have in the chat so far. I know others are probably going to join us after a little bit. The PJ chiming in from the other side. He's clapping away. Yeah, you better be clapping. Thank you. PJ Joe PJ.
G'day, PJ.
And PJ already know Tracy. Anyway, it looks like we have Jack in the house. Thank you so much for being here, Mr. Jack. Gap, lovely to see you here as well. Mr. has a comment for everything I say and post. Thank you very much. Andy, looks like you were here first in line, ready to have a chat with Joe. So he was here a little early before me even. My cat was sleeping on the keyboard, Mr. Meow.
Andy Masterson, yes. He said he has ghost experience to share. Okay, might have to hook up with me.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna cover all of this. So first of all, introduce yourself. I've known Joe for quite some time. I was trying to count, and they call them meshed in together.
Only about 6 months. Six months yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. I can't believe how long the time has been. But you know what's funny is as long as Joe and I have been friends for 10, 11 years, something like that, I didn't even know everything he did. So I'm probably going to learn some stuff here. I kind of sort of do. But please introduce yourself for everybody, Joe.
Well, g'day, I'm Joe. I live in Australia, as you can tell from my accent. Are you putting subtitles up for this as well?
I was about to.
Because of my accent, you know.
I was about to.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I've been in the film industry or in the media industry for 38 years, since 1983, and I think my first straight out of film school. Then I thought she was ordering something off camera then. I was because you're distracting me over there. That's where the monitor is, you see. And you snorted in my ear just now too.
Sorry.
And apparently that's what you do to come on the show. You wait to get snorted by Maria. Yeah. So I've been doing this for 38 years. My first gig was straight out of film school. Was in Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. I wasn't in it, but I was working on it as training. That was back in 1983, and we've done other things since then. And Superman, The Return, that was done here. Harry Potter, parts of it was done here. There's been things like Wolf Creek, which we've had a lot to do with. I don't know if you're fans of that. It's a bit gory, but we've done a mini-series for that, and also a remake of the Picnic at Hanging Rock, And when I'm not doing that, that's camera work. I do editing and CGI for TV shows and series that you see. And we're doing one right now, little pieces of it, not all of it, but they give me something to do and say, can you make this, do that? And it's for Lost in Space season 3. So we're doing that now at the moment.
You a little busy.
Yeah, and I
And
do voiceovers as well. So
I'm giving you I keep calling it a screwdriver, but it's a wrench. I'm giving Tracy one and yourself one so you can do stuff. So there you go. Do you see your screwdriver? Ah, what is it called? Stupid wrench.
Oh, the
Yes,
wrench.
you see the wrench now. Okay. Okay.
what
Oh,
do we do with
Gap.
that?
Gap. You know Wolf Creek, huh?
Yeah.
And
Well, Gap knows Wolf Creek.
yeah, good,
Yes.
good. So
You
yeah.
can't put pictures up, can you, of me?
Yeah,
I've
I
sent you
can.
some. Oh, okay.
I have some stuff. Can you should be able to share on your screen too under the
Me?
StreamYard. On the
Oh,
bottom, it
all
says
right.
share, and then you don't have it.
Oh,
You should.
yeah, but I'll have to click around and look
If
at the
not,
screen
okay.
and
I will.
put these
I
back
will.
on again. See, this is what happens when you look through
Oh,
a
okay.
lens too
That's where
too
these
much.
come from. I don't normally wear these all the time, but I have to.
Sure, don't lie.
So, yes,
You always wear
right.
those, even if you don't need them. You just think they look cool.
Right, yes. They make me look so sophisticated, Joe.
And
Whatever.
Tracy does paranormal, does she?
I do.
Wow.
I'm a member of Paranormal Investigations Nova Scotia, and we're actually just gearing up to do some public events here in the month of October. So this is going to be a
Cool.
fascinating thing for me to listen to you talk about it.
Oh, no, not much. But yes, I also did. I do produce my own show, which is called Australia's Most Haunted, and we were over in England. Apparently, funny enough, Australian viewers wasn't taken down here. It was back in 2012 on a cable channel, and Sci-Fi channel, but they closed that channel down, and we've never been on here again. But we're watched in I think it was called Reality Channel in UK, in Germany, and Japan likes that kind of stuff, and so we're over there on
Oh, that's
cable.
awesome. I was wondering about that.
Yeah,
If which is bizarre because there are some things in some countries that are made there that aren't even shown there. So I was
yeah.
wondering about that because Tracy was asking about, hey, where's some of this stuff I can show you? So I can show you what he sent me, but I don't know how to get to the other stuff because but
Yeah.
but let me see what I can dig up here on
If you
some
can
of
play
the
that thing, I don't know if you can play that media thing, but I could probably play it. But it's about a minute long of me doing
okay.
stuff. But don't worry.
Which one? Because I got a
The
couple.
clips that I put in there, I don't know.
Oh, okay. I got one. Let
I
me
don't
see
know.
what I can. I was.
I don't like
Let's see.
talking about myself. Really, it's just
Really,
pretty
Joe?
much. Yeah, no one
You don't.
interviews me.
You
I
don't.
got a voice for radio, but a face like a drop pie. So I don't like.
Whatever. Hush, hush now. Yeah. Okay. And let me see where I can find it. 1 second. And dum.
But I mean, I like Tracy's doing that too. So in the paranormal, so in the same
Yeah.
realm here.
I was actually just telling Joe I did some stuff for some college credits and went a little ghost hunting myself and hung out with some ghost hunters and helped them out. Let me see which clip. I'm trying not to show them the
That's all right. While you're
silly
looking,
ones that
I'll tell you something. When I first started to do this, we were filming another show called A Place to Call Home, and it was in this really old house. A very old house, and it has 33 rooms in it, and it was a period piece that we were filming for some other show. And we were doing many takes, and we kept hearing noises, and we kept saying, can't, and we went up to the owner, and we said to him, you said there was no one else here. Your family's up there running around, we have to keep doing takes. And it would have gone faster if they weren't around. And he said, they're not here. And we looked at each other and we can hear it on the boom. And he said, that's not me. That's the ghost. And we went, yeah, sure. And when we were wrapping up all the leads and putting it away, myself and this other guy on the crew said, are you really serious about that? You got ghosts? And he said, yeah. And we went up there, come on. He said, come back after you finish and have something to eat down the road and come back. And we did, and we stayed up in this attic up the top. and there was this old 1908 book, and we opened the book, and it was a diary from a girl. And as we opened the book, there was no one else around us, and I swear there was no one there. And her voice says, "It's my book." And we were
Oh,
like,
wow.
and we heard it loud, and we ran down and we went back to the TV station and said, "There's something real there. We should do that. We should film that, you know." And they said, "Oh, look, we've got The Voice and The Big Brother and Idol and all that, you know, those singing, cooking, bake-off shows." And he said, "We all budgeted it. You can do it." And we went, "Okay, why not?" So we did. And I was still skeptical, but after about the 16th episode, then I wasn't. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's quite real.
Yeah, I think I was telling you about this the other day that I think a lot of times you have those that go into it because they want to find something because they actually don't
Yeah.
believe it, and they want to find something, and then like in this case where you end up finding something, and then you're like, never mind.
We actually didn't like it. There was a one there a few years ago, 2017, where we were doing one, and it was in an old orphanage, and really bad things happened. It was straight out of The Conjuring, and we didn't believe any of this. We sent in a psychic. She went in. She came all dishevelled. Her hair was all over the place, and she virtually called us every name under the sun, and said, "You know, bastards, you didn't tell me that was in there. You're the psychic. You're supposed to know." And
Right.
she left, and she never came back. And the crew didn't want to go in because they've had problems. And I said, "Oh, come on, stop being stupid. You know, we're going to go in there. We've got some hours left." And I went in by myself, stupid me, and thinking there was nothing. They were just all, you know, spooked out. And there was a person upstairs, and I said, "What are you doing here?" And he said, "How long are you going to be?" And I said, "Well, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I thought he was a neighbour." And I said, I'll be out of your way shortly. I'll be just taking everything down. I'm just going to be here in maybe another 45 minutes. And then I went to turn around to talk to him. He was up on the third floor, and he wasn't there. And he wasn't there at all because no one saw him come down. And later on, I found a picture of him, and it was apparently he was one of the people in the staff from 1930, and this place was built in 1912, and I saw him clearly. But after that, I had some other experiences that scared us so bad. It wasn't a ghost. Let's just say it wasn't anything that we believe ever walked the earth. So we were actually quite spooked by that, and we didn't want to talk to each other. We stopped filming, and that was it. Didn't want to do it anymore because we started to have things happen at home.
Wow.
Got a bit too close for comfort.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, people think, "Oh, this is cool. Let's go and do ghosts," you know, like it's a roller coaster down at the theme park. It's very dangerous. And people do Ouija boards and things like that, thinking that's cool. Let's have a seance. Don't do that. It'll come back, not straight away, but it'll come back at you. And, you know.
I know we've actually had a couple of experiences using the Ouija boards inside a church in Lewisburg here in Nova Scotia, the Fortress of Lewisburg. It's not something I like to dabble with. It can be pretty scary. It's a scary thing.
Yeah. We've seen things fly across rooms, plaster being pulled off the wall and throwing at our heads. And a lot of the stuff that we have experienced is I keep it on my Facebook wall, and I don't put it out there publicly because people will go, "Oh, what's that all about?" You know, and we're still, we can't pick what that is, you know, and we've caught things ducking behind us on camera, like with a big camera light, like on us. It's not a shadow, it's not an orb, and you can see clearly something going past me in the background, and we have no idea what that is, and you can see the light throwing all the way up the other end of the hallway.
Wow.
And whatever it is that just walks right behind me should be lit up, their face, their jumper, whatever, but it isn't. And that's one of the best things we've ever caught, but it was very scary, and we've stopped filming that sort of stuff.
I'd have a little bit of sleepless nights here. Real quick, there's a question up there from PJ.
Oh, from any pressure from American Ghost Hunters? No, they actually came out here and did a couple episodes out here in Sydney at the quarantine station. And I think it was Rob, I can't remember, Demarest, and his team came out. And I was friends with, I can't even remember her name. See all this off-the-wall question. I can't remember her name. She was the real pretty one in the show. I can't remember her name now. It was so long ago. But no, and even the guys from, they're called Pilgrim Productions, and they're the ones who do Ghost Hunters with the plumbers, and then there was Ghost Hunters International. No, they're okay. And I do talk to the guys actually on sometimes on Facebook, and Nick Golf and Zach, but Zach doesn't seem to tend to want to answer much. He used to in the olden days, but I talk to some of them when I need to. If I want to ask them something, and we give each other likes. And people who made that movie, Ghost Team, I talk to them a lot. I don't know if you've seen that, but I know the people who made that, and I talk to them, chat, trying to get them to do another one. So
Yeah, they have channels nowadays
just
that
dedicated to it.
dedicated to that alone. So I kind of get them all mushed in. I used to watch them quite a bit. And let me
I'm
just
reading your messages.
let's see. I'm just wanting to say hi to all the others coming in here. Games, movies, and comics. Howdy there. Thanks for being here. Some of these people are here because I creep in on their shows quite a bit. They're like, let's see what she's going to talk about. Patty and Shay, thanks for being
Shay
in
Bay.
here with us.
Yes, I do
Shay
voice
Bay.
acting as well.
Yeah, he does.
I make her laugh and snort in my ear.
I was going to say, yeah, I was going back to look for some content to put up, and I hit play, and I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to play this one. It's the Joey Hates Maria show. So
Okay.
I didn't want to play that one. But let me play this.
Yeah, we're each other. We actually aren't friends. We hate each other.
We
and
hate
that's
each
sort
other
of
so bad.
endearment for us, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, I hate you so much. And let me show one of your crazy goofy ones that you did here. One of the ones
Not
you sent
goofy
me.
stuff. Show me what I do. Like, I've sent you something. I sent you photos and a couple of clips.
Yeah. I was gonna. Yeah, you sent me a clip. I'm gonna share.
I do stupid things too, by the way.
He
that I
does.
send you.
That's kind of why I'm gonna share this one.
Let
me make sure I share this right. 1 second.
Here we go. This is going to be embarrassing now.
Embarrassing.
It's a chance to embarrass me for all the times I call her
Oh,
Gwen.
nice. Okay, I'm gonna hang on a second. You know where we're at now?
No.
Okay. Can everybody see this? Okay, good. I'm there. All right.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hang on. I gotta make sure I have. Can you hear it?
That became a TV show. I mean, an ad. They actually used that in an ad.
Wait, does it have audio? Because I might have not clicked the audio button.
It does have audio.
It does have audio?
Yeah.
I mean, can you hear the audio out there?
No, I can't.
Okay, let me redo this because I may have had to.
This is something I made. Why don't you show something I've done?
Well, what do you? Okay.
With what I do. This is something that I really. That's from my wall, which has been used in something else, and they may block it on YouTube because it's been used in a
see.
Insurance ad.
Okay.
That's why it's on the wall.
Let me see. Hang on.
In your messenger, Maria, I've sent you some clips there.
Yeah, I'm going in there now.
That one would be enough.
Talk amongst yourself for a second while I grab it.
Tell us more, Tracy. We want to hear more. I talk too much. Just tell me to shut up and I'll go away.
It's about you. Hello, Dweeb.
I have a question for you, though, if you don't mind. I watched about a 5-minute clip of when you guys were doing an investigation in St. Bernard's Church.
Yeah.
Except for I can't find the remainder of that video. What kind of evidence did you find?
Is that you that wrote that? I can't find the rest. And I did write that. I said, no, we can't put that up because the guy said, don't put the whole thing up there. It's how we get paid because it goes on cable or whatever.
Okay.
What did you ask me?
Oh, what kind of evidence did you find? Because you're just getting geared up to do an investigation. Yeah, and then it just stopped. I was like, but what happened?
I was actually in, the guy said to me, he said, no one stayed in here. And it's been 200 years since anyone actually stayed there. And I said, I'll do it. And there was a small town and there was a church across the road and there was a courthouse on the other side of the road. And I said, I'll go in the courthouse and you can keep filming over there. And I said, lock them in the old cells. And the guy who was the tour guide there or whatever, the ranger guy, he said, oh, that's not a very good idea because there's been a lot of bad experiences in here from over the years and people get scratched and thrown up against walls. I said, come on, I don't believe that. So they went and they locked me in this old cell, and it's an old colonial cell. This thing's out in the middle of nowhere, this old church, this not a church, but a courthouse in the middle of nowhere, and it's very old and probably from the gold rush days. Never been used again. And the others were over the old church. It's a ghost town, say, and they were filming. They couldn't hear me. And after a while, I'm sitting there in this cell. The camera's on me, and I can hear voices saying, "Come on, let's get him." And I can smell urine and potato and hay, which is probably what they had on the floor then, and a bucket in the corner to pee in it, I guess. And I started getting a bit, hang on, I can't see anybody out there. And then they started getting closer, and I can hear the shuffles of the shoes and people talking everywhere, outside even. Right, you lot, and all this kind of thing was going on. And I'm like, talking on the walkie-talkie, it wasn't working, and I couldn't get them. And I'm climbing on the bars going, let me out of here. Can anyone hear me? Screaming out through the bars, which was way about 8 foot high, and they couldn't hear me. And one guy decided to ask me where this light was from the church filming, and he came in and I was like, get me out of here. And I was shaking. I was a mess. And after that, we went in and we were all filming inside the courthouse. And I said, I found the robes, the thing for the magistrate, the big old colonial wig and the red robe. And I said, anyone's here, stand forward, state your case, or you're going to be locked up on hard labour. And funny enough, people were saying, and I'd yell out, I couldn't hear this, and I'd say, state your name, and you'd hear, Henderson, sir, in the distance, up the back of the... And then they'd state, smuggling, sir, or stealing, sir, and stuff like that. And we were like, wow. And I stood up and I said, right, you're all free, you can all go. And then I got this almighty whack on the back of my leg because I was standing over this judge's bench. Big whack. And I went, something bit me. I think it was a snake because it was dark. It might have been a snake or a spider. Quick, flick the lights on, have a look. And in the back of my leg, there was a welt. And it was like from one of these things, like a cane. And we looked around, there was a cane on the back of the bench behind me on the window. And it wasn't there, it was on the floor right next to me. And I can tell you now, I didn't hit myself. Something walled me with that. And that was it. We left. And we got other voices too. There was a lot of stories, there were a lot of things. Other voices and things on recorders and things. But we got pushed. We got all sorts of things happen. Slapped in the face.
That's those aren't really ghosts, though, right? Aren't those more hauntings or
people call them
something?
Poltergeist?
Are they different things? Does
I'm
matter?
no expert because, like I say to people, are you an expert? I go, no, there is none, because there isn't, because it's unknown.
There really isn't. Yeah,
it is. It's an unknown thing, and I like all these people that want to do courses on it.
Right,
and
right.
Bring your own different intuitions into it. If you're into it, then try different things. That's what I say. Right. There's no real set way of doing things or what they're called. Right. It's unknown, whether it's poltergeist activity or telekinesis. I don't know.
I know it. Time thinks.
It's message.
Yeah, time.
Everything's about to kill you.
Yeah. Figures. Time. Thanks for being here. I figured you would be anxious to throw in your comments, you silly man. Buddy Boy Productions, nice of you to be here, you crazy man. A little bit late in the UK. What about 2-3 o'clock your time?
It's 3 in the morning.
It's 3 in the morning. Let's see. And then let's see. Andy, Eastern State. Oh, yeah, I bet that was fun. Let's see.
Eastern State Pen.
Yeah.
I always wanted to go there.
Let's see. Alicia, hey, thanks for being here. Good to have you here. Yeah, thanks for showing up. Who else has come in real quick? Everybody's having a having some freaking out over your stories there. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see.
It's very hot here. It's winter and it's
Shay's
hot, and I need a drink.
Shay's in Texas. Oh my
Excuse
God,
me.
it's in Texas. What are you doing? Well, you're glorping down there. I'm going to go ahead and show your. I'm going to go ahead and share this. Okay.
Okay.
And hang tight, Tim. I'm sorry, Tim. Time. I've got Tim and Time in the room. Let me share this, but this time I'll remember the audio. That button there that says share audio. Let me see, which one is it? Not that one. It'd be this one here. Hang on. I'm still learning how to be a pro on this sharing thing. Share audio. There we go. Okay. This. Nice. I actually was checking out some of those homes are nice, but
yeah,
very nice the way you put that together. I have to say this one thing I do for those I mention this often for everybody out there listening that Joe here is responsible for my
intro.
I don't know what's going on back there for my intro and my exit.
I used that intro. Did you notice?
Yeah, I noticed. I was thinking I was putting mine on again. I was like, crap, I put the wrong thing on.
That was yours.
Yes, he does such an excellent job, responsible for my audio and the songs I do, and also just several other things. And that's why I said, you make my channel look awesome. He's done some things for PJ for when we stream finally someday, the Orville, and I was cracking up because I was gonna tell on you and show you what you did for him and then what you did for me, and yeah. So who else was going to ask you? Let me see what was going on. Somebody had a question here.
Gap said, I think it was Gap said, Paddy Cube, does Joe have a favorite place or type of place to investigate? Yes. I tend to stay away from the ones that are listed on the internet for big ghost hunts. I don't go there. I go to ones that have never been checked out or remain unknown because I'm usually the first one to sort of birth it, if you say. And they're unknown, and I go into all these little nooks and crannies that I find, and sometimes you find treasure, which has happened. And I like to do that because I don't like to go to places that have been repeatedly invaded by ghost hunters because that can, I don't know, I just think that if someone was coming to my house to say, are you there? Can you move something? Can you move a chair? I'll be like, I'm not talking to nobody, But if there's someone there, and what I tend to do is walk in there and I don't look for ghosts. I just go in and say, isn't this a nice place? Look at the cornice on there. Look at that. Oh, look at that artwork or whatever. And I just walk around. I don't say a thing. And I have the camera and the audio. First time I walk in the door. And I just walk in, daytime, anytime. First time I get there. And I just walk in the door with a recorder and just say anything, just walk around. And you hear voices come on this. Who is he? What's he doing here? That kind of thing. And then I play it back in the hotel room before I go back at night or later on, and I actually hear them talking. And I start to figure it out, what's going on there, and I'll address things. I heard you talk before, and I press play here, see? and then they've gone, oh, he can hear us. Let's get something going here, and that's usually when I get things happening. And I always go in by myself. I don't take crews with me, if you know what I mean. I do for interviews, but mainly when I'm sitting there just feeling the ambience by myself, I actually walk through the place myself. The crew go, and I'm in the building, whatever it is, that big old building you saw there. There was an old orphanage that I was talking about, and I was there by myself. Yeah, so that's my favourite places to do is big old ones like that, from the 1800s, even older, that have never been really, they're not known to be haunted. And I don't tend to go anywhere where ghost hunts go.
Yeah, that. Yeah, I was going to ask how you get to pick them. I always read places on best places to go. I always wanted to go, but I think Australia has enough of them. You don't have to travel outside of it too much. Oh, I'm a little behind on my comments, so bear with me. Thanks, you, PJ, for reminding me to remove stuff. I'm just getting used to learning how to use this. Let me see who am I missing here. Miss Tracy, if you could also help me keep, in case or PJ is busy, questions that are in the chat while I'm looking for some stuff here. If we can help me catch up there with the chat while I'm looking for something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any special equipment you like to use when you do your investigations?
Who just said that?
Well,
Is that I've got a slow lag. Is that you, Tracy?
it is me, just
You
me.
get the wrong thing. Sorry. Special equipment. Yeah, I don't. One of the. I shouldn't really say this, but one of the I won't say which one. One of the programs on television that started all this. I won't say which one. I know the producers of that show and some of the crew, and they said, we're walking around with this gadget, and the studios who were doing that said, we need something visual to put in the show. You got to do something. You can't just walk around like this. So they came up with this device and said, hey, let's walk around with this. I'm not going to say what it was either. And there was no use to it, but they were walking around with it and they were saying, this is great. And they looked like they were doing something. And that was just a gimmick, the whole thing. It was gimmick. It didn't do anything. And if you really look at those K2 meters and things like that, they can actually measure. You could sit in there in the pocket with your roller door, open a fob, and it will set it off. And they sit there doing that. Some people I've seen do that, sit there with their hand in their pocket in the K2. Are you there? Can you light it all the way up? And they press it. And, oh, look, it lights up. So that all stuff is there. Mm-hmm. And that happens. And I don't use equipment. And they're always inventing stuff. Like you got the Ghost Adventures team doing that too. They're inventing stuff that no one else has, conveniently. And you can't duplicate things. But I just tend to go in by myself. I have a camera. I have an audio recorder, which is very, very sensitive. And it's DTS, and it records what they call an LFE track.
Okay.
And you need a special thing to play that back. And that's where they tend to talk a lot on those sub-frequencies. And that's when I can do what I need to do. I don't use infrared or ultraviolet. I mean, has anyone ever found anything on ultraviolet or infrared? I don't know.
I don't even know.
Like I said, there's a lot of gimmicks going around, but I just go in myself. I do the story, get what the people are saying in town, what the people that own the place, their stories, interview that, and then I say, well, let's see if anything goes bump in the night. And that's what I do. I just sit there and I let them tell me that it's haunted. I never say it is. And I think, okay, well, but I don't use any favourite equipment. There's none of that high-tech gadgetry. That's a lot of the marketing that gets out there now. People are getting ghost kits and things and parabolic dishes, and it's all good, but unless you're going to record something on a sub-frequency that's open to all the out of the range of the human ear, then it's not going to be any good. But I noticed that the old tape machines, the old reel-to-reel stuff like this, they do pick up a lot because for some reason I don't know if it's the chrome or the carbon on them or what, on the tapes actually record and embed a lot of different sounds and frequencies that we'd never get, and you need a good microphone to do it too. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's curious. Interesting.
But I stay away from the gadgets, yeah.
We got a few other questions. I don't want to miss everybody, but I do have one actually on myself on something, because kind of bring up some of your work that when you're doing ghost hunting, you're seeing things that aren't necessarily there, and all of a sudden you're hearing them and seeing them. that's got to be different from what your profession is, because there you're creating these things. You're creating the fantasies and the imagination. I mean, for some of the stuff that
Yeah,
I think I shared on, and I'll see if I can pull it up here too. Um, you're creating images, background images. You take a
CGI.
freaking,
Yeah.
yes, the CGI. You're taking a desert and turning it into an amazing scenery, and
Mm.
then from that, you're
We put
going into,
pretend houses and haunted houses and things, and we put the car
yeah.
going up.
But
Um,
then you're actually out there finding and hearing things that you're not creating, that really aren't there. That's got
yeah,
to be.
yeah. So there's an even balance there, and I know. And doing that, actually, a lot of people send me their videos of their ghost hunts or their ghost footage or whatever they've got, their evidence. And can you take a look at this, Joe? And I have people sending me stuff from overseas, some prominent people too, even some people in Hollywood. They say, look, we've heard that you're a straight shooter. Can you tell us what you think of this? And I really have a good look because I do this stuff for a living to create the fantasy stuff, so I can tell when people are hoaxing
Mm,
things.
yeah.
And that's one thing that keeps me divided between, oh, that's, because there's a lot of people that just believe anything that's up there on social media because the headline says that, which gears them into thinking, hey, there's going to be a ghost in this video, which it's
Hmm.
up to you to decide. But yeah, I do create things and spooky stuff for shows and horror shows and series.
Yeah, I
And
was
but
gonna
what I
gonna.
have in my show isn't nothing like that. It's just like I said. It's it is what it is. Sometimes it's boring because nothing happens. Other shows tend to throw things in there to give it something, or they extend the interviews a lot more and have a shorter investigation. If you've noticed that happening, and they've put in a law now for TV media industry that you can only have 7 minutes of the green footage stuff. What do they call that? Infrared. So they can't have that too much in their show. So they have to have 7 minutes of that green. So that's why a lot of the shows now extending the footage and the build up, and then they have maybe 7 minutes of that episode in just green screen. So yeah, but I don't.
What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was going to share the screen. Where's it at? One of the things that you did. Why can't I find it?
Just
Here it is. Okay. That you sent me
oh,
on
that's
that.
Harry Potter. Yeah,
Um, yeah, this Harry Potter,
and I did a
and
couple of scenes here, and the rest was done in New Zealand. So there's not much to do on that one.
then let me see. Oh gosh, there's a ton of
That's the
stuff.
flying car. I think
I
they
don't even
call
know
it
where to start
Cedric.
on the.
Just flip through them.
Let me see. Yeah, but I got to be careful about what I put up there. I mean,
Well, all the
might
ones
be
I sent you recently were PG
yeah. Oh,
for photos.
second on my
They
folder.
don't send you anything
Anyway,
weird
let me
anyway.
see. Hang on one second. There's a few things are missing. Adega. Want to say hi to Adega. Hey, Adega. Good to have you here. I love having you here with me. Oh, people think Joe's voice is melty, melty, and nice. It is very soothing. I actually posted one of the songs you did, the one
Did
you did
you?
at 3 a.m. Yeah, I listened to that a few times and I like that
That's a
one.
bad voice, that one.
No, it's not actually, but Adega has one of those voices too that I can listen
Yeah.
to
I do
quite a bit.
voices for TV and video, and I did one for War of the Worlds. I had to speak like Richard Burton and do that kind of thing and narrate things when they had the stage play out here and things like that. But if I want to, I can do different things like that. That's what I do. That's when I'm not working and doing other things, I do that sort of thing.
Yeah, I've been wanting. I was trying to put them all together, but I'm still kind of figuring out myself. You should be in StreamYard to where you can look at the bottom and click on share, because in that way you can share the
Oh,
stuff you want. So go into your
okay.
StreamYard, and right underneath our boxes it says share, and
Oh, so
then
you make me look for
make
things.
sure share screen, and then
Share.
click.
Oh. If I shared
Yeah.
you anything, I better get all my X-rated stuff off the
Yeah, you
screen
might
now.
want to take that down. This is an adult, non-adult show. Um, oh yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
I'll let you do it.
PJ wanted me
People,
to say that Adega is a sci-fi author. He's excellent
sci-fi.
author,
Why am I
yes.
sounding like that?
And you know what, Gap? You stop being a dweeb. He says, "Hey Joe, who's in the background?"
Huh? It is I, the evil monster voice. I
You know,
want you in
Joe
the
is very
background.
entertaining because I could be like so bored out of my core. He gets on and he he does a whole show for me, just him and I, and it's an entertaining.
There was
But
a dog
he's
around your place yesterday.
yeah, yes,
What was its name?
Chiwa.
And how did it talk?
I don't. He gave the dog I was dog sitting a voice.
His name is
That's
Tiwas
one
and
thing.
Tiny.
Yes, a tiny voice. He's
Tiwas.
really good at voices. He does.
Tiwas.
He's very comical. That's why I want you to share your stuff because it'll take me forever.
Oh,
So
you
go
could have
down
told
there.
me. I didn't have it. I sent it all to you in your
I
messenger.
know,
It's
and
all
I
there.
tried to take care of it,
Just
but
click it.
because I don't know.
That's why you got
But
to get
I'm
up,
not.
wake up earlier. Like we were all up, when you were still in the makeup department at 10 to.
Hey, it doesn't take me that long to get ready. I was doing other things. Um, Let me see. It's just because I don't know how to take it. It wouldn't come out. I couldn't take the file out. And you
You
have
just,
everything at your fingertips, Joe.
well,
This
excuse me
studio
again
behind
while
you,
I just take time out. You can mute my screen for now and
I
talk to Sharon for a bit, and I'll come back.
okay. Okay, tell me when you're ready. Okay. He's the professional. He's gonna get on me for this later. I'm telling you, he's gonna be like, "God dang, Maria." He did. He sent me a ton of stuff, but I just for some reason couldn't remove it from the file there. So we'll just wait for him to get it ready. Um, but let me see if there is something I could share. Let me catch up with the chat here. Bear with me a second because I think I have a few things I missed. And PJ, thanks for the question. I saw that, but Joe was talking away, and I didn't want to interrupt him. Devices for measure. I'll ask him what thoughts. Okay, I'll make sure to ask him that. Time wants to know if he measures temperature. Some of these I may have gotten to. Okay, everybody likes to know the difference between if he can tell the difference between fake or not. I think that's kind of why I brought up what he does. It's hard to kind of pinpoint it because he does like so much. He does radio, so he's a radio personality as well.
Oh, wow.
And so I think I have some clips on that. Like I said, Joe and I've been friends for so long, so there's so much he sends me that I'm like, what can I share? He sent me a ton of stuff, but he's always sharing stuff with me. So it's hard to say. One of the things I'm going to bring up in the end, and let me check in on him and see if he's ready. Let me see. Are you about there? No. Okay. He's like, no. Just wait when you're ready. What One of the things, and I was excited to bring about Tracy for everybody watching, is going to be hosting one of the hosts with me when we do Farscape. I'm so excited for that. Um, Especially you, Tracy.
I'm very
Especially me.
excited.
Yes. It's going to be so fun. And we've got some people are excited. I was telling everybody, Joe was like, you guys saw this little show out there. You had no idea how big it is out here. And there's an entire cult following on the show because it's fascinating. And he might have been backstage, dabbled a little. I don't know. I was going to ask him about that, what he did with that. So I wanted to have him in that to talk about that a little bit to get us excited about our Farscape. I'm still watching you, Joe. So just wave when you're ready. Okay. Is that a thumbs up yes or a thumbs up no? Okay. 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 So Sorry. Well, he thumbed up. I wasn't sure if that meant he was ready or not. Okay. Quit flipping me off, dude. Seriously. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let me see what else we have on here. He can obviously hear me. So, Gap. Seriously, just when I did that, am I gonna snort tonight? Yeah. Okay. I was trying. I was trying to not to because I knew that if I did, he would mess with me about it. Let me see. And thanks, PJ. You're talking about Joe, or he says very cute panel. um, and let me see. Keywords. Yeah. Um, and please, Tracy, if you can, also help me make sure I don't miss anything because I get so caught up and I forget to.
Yeah, there was a really good question about how long it takes to go through the footage. I think it was Shea Bay Cupcake asked that.
Mhm.
I'm just going
How
back
long it
trying to.
takes. I can only imagine that. Oh, he's figuring it out. We're getting there. I can only imagine it takes a while, especially because Joe's kind of a perfectionist. The thing is, it cracks me up about it, is that what would take me at least 2 weeks to do a 5 minute video edit, a video edit of a 5 minute video would take me like 2 weeks. He can do it in like seconds, and I'm just like, I hate you. You ready? Okay. Okay. All right. Stop flipping me off. Okay.
I'm not. How's
Okay.
that flipping you off?
I'm just
That's
kidding.
flipping you off. Yeah. Get
I
fun.
know
You
what
call
that means.
Fonzie
You were
from Happy
telling me
Days
that.
flipping you off.
Yeah,
This is
I
flipping
know.
you off.
I know what you're doing. Okay. When you're ready, do your
Okay.
thing. Don't forget
So
to
what do I
click
do? I
the
just press this and
um
and then it just starts to play it, or what?
so do you choose Chrome. So what you're going to do is click the share you're going to click
I
share
did.
screen. It's already up
Yeah.
there. Make sure that when you do the share screen,
Yeah.
you click Chrome tab. That way you can be
Mm.
on that Chrome to share the screen you want. And when you do that, on the very,
There's
very
no
bottom,
Chrome
it
tab
says
here.
share audio. Yeah.
There's no Chrome tab.
It says entire screen, window, or Chrome tab.
Let me see.
When you click on, when you do, because you already got your stream in here, and I'm going
Yeah,
to add
entire
it.
screen. Yeah, that's what it's saying.
Yeah.
Can you
So
see
you
something
can
that says
do,
shadow figure?
so if you did the share screen, so if you click on the bottom share screen, then share screen, the first thing
Hmm.
you're going to see is entire screen, but the next one, it says window, and the one after that says Chrome tab.
Yeah, it doesn't say that for me. I haven't got
Okay.
Chrome.
All right. I'm going to shove this in the stream now. Let me add to
Okay,
the,
and I'll just click go. All right.
okay.
So this is what you got. This is something we found. Um, that's the evidence I was talking to you about, where I couldn't explain what it was. So I don't know why it's not playing. Yeah,
Because you have to click play. There you go.
no, it's not playing.
Just-
It's not playing.
Hang on.
Oh, here we go.
It's okay. Oh, I wonder if the,
Yeah.
I
Spooky,
was gonna
huh?
say I was expecting you to do a creepy voice, and I was gonna hurt you, Joe. Um, so just so everybody knows that that was actually
A clip.
a you were going frame by frame. It wasn't freezing up. It
Yeah,
was
no,
you
it
doing
wasn't.
a
I was
frame
doing
by
that
frame so they could
to.
see
I
everything.
was doing that to slow it down a bit.
Yeah,
Plus, I'm streaming and receiving at the same time, so that's
yeah.
probably why. Because I was playing a HD video, and that's probably not the best. But yeah, I don't
Um,
know if you could see it very well. I'm not sure.
yeah, you were showing up, and I'm trying to think of where if you have that somewhere and people can actually go watch it again here. Um, PJ's marveling at your studio. That's like right next to your bedroom, huh?
No, it's down the hall. I don't sleep with
Okay.
my equipment,
Yeah.
Miss.
Well, duh. I didn't mean that literally, dweeb. Um,
Dweeb. There we go.
sorry, habit. Sorry, people. Let me see what I'm missing over here. Gap says that he's going to have a drink every time we snort. He's up to 6 now.
I am.
Oh, dear. You dweeb. Okay. And let me see what else we have. We
Oh,
have,
okay. I've got another share screen if you want, but I'm ready. You can keep talking.
okay. Yeah. Bedboy Productions says, aren't shadow figures meant to bring misfortune? If you see one yourself or if one attaches to you, I thought I read that somewhere.
I don't know about that. That's someone's belief.
Yeah, I think that's
But
what
I've
he
never
was
asked
talking
one.
about, is that there's kind of no rules in that. So whoever writes it and stuff, I would take
Yeah.
everything I would
It's
with a
like,
grain of salt
pinch of
because there's
salt over the
no,
shoulder, same thing.
there's no kind of
I'll keep these on.
for sure. Let me pull this up here 1 second. So let me just add that there.
Okay.
There you go.
This is just me on location. I'm just going through a couple of photos here that I'll have to turn around to look at them. And this is just me on location a bit, doing things in haunted houses and things that I do. This is when I go around singing by myself. Let's see now.
And you do have a
So
good
this
voice,
is
dweeb.
just I do voiceovers. But, there's just a few pictures I've gone through what I do. I'll just go through them quickly. This one was in a gravedigger's cottage, and I thought nothing was there, and then all of a sudden something came at me. But yeah, cemeteries, people say, oh, there's nothing in them, but there is. I visit a lot of old places, and I get a lot of old on locations that I get to go to, which I really like doing. And then my other job, I like filming for real, and doing series and TV series and things like that. But I get to go into a lot of old places, really old places that no one really lets anyone in, and a lot of the paranormal people get the shits because I get that access, which is one of the things. That's another thing too. People getting the shits with getting. That was Wolf Creek.
Yeah.
That was Wolf Creek. If you don't know Wolf Creek, it's Wolf Creek.
Wolf Creek.
And I get into a lot of old places that people don't get to, and a lot of thing. There's a thing that I don't know if you notice this, Tracy, but do you find that a lot of people get really bitchy against other paranormal groups because they get this and they don't get that, and you've got this and you're not allowed in here, and because we've got the ghost tour thing here happening. Another reason why I like to do things on my own.
I'll catch up with some of these questions too while you're flipping through some of them. This is asking, has Joe ever encountered a banshee?
Yes, I have. And I broke up with her after 3 years.
I knew her too. Yeah.
Yeah, you did too.
Yeah, I did. She was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Never mind. Anyway.
Yes, seriously, I have though. It was in the forest down here, and it was actually a witch who's buried here at Ranwick. You can look it up, and you can go and visit her grave. But she's actually considered the first witch banshee that came over from the First Fleet.
Wow.
So I'll stop sharing now. I think
No, I just want to catch up with some of these questions real quick.
Okay.
Um, let's see, because I'm a little behind on some. So please, I'm
Yeah.
sorry for anybody who's asked, and I missed. I'm trying to go back a little bit. The time is asking if you've ever been to Britain because they have a lot of older ghosts out there.
I want
I
to
also
go.
said that he loves Wolf Creek and seen every episode, all 3 movies. Gotcha.
And the series.
Mm.
There's a
I didn't know there
series
was
too.
a series.
Oh yeah.
See, I didn't know this stuff.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, the series is excellent. So he knows. Time Prophet knows.
Time
You're
Prophet
watching
knows.
the Tea and Telly Show with Maria and Sharon.
Yes.
Why don't you just go overtime? Why does it have to be an hour? Because we could sit here and have fun all night.
I mean, if you want to, yeah, for a bit. I mean, I'm
I
the
don't
one that's
mind.
usually on the thing, the time, but I
I've got to
don't
do this
want
for you too, but today. Because you're not doing this.
You know why? Because I didn't want you bitching at me about it. So,
Yeah. See?
uh,
She's good now. She's got it.
all the Brits know what that is. Anyway, let me see. What else am I missing? Speaking of shadows, I wonder what Joe thinks of what something. I think my eyes got blurry. What if they ever enticed him? If they're
Jungian shadows.
psychological.
Jungian shadows.
I don't even know
Never
what that
heard of
is.
Jungian shadows, actually. Sorry about that,
I don't know
Paddy.
either.
Sorry about that, Paddy. I don't know what Jungian shadows are.
Yeah. Let me see. Where am I? Where am I?
You're in Colorado and you're live.
You know what? You can just, just sit there for a second while I try to catch up here. Yes, I'm trying like hell not to swing in my chair, and it's really difficult because this is a guy who's always Joe, I'm gonna have to hurt
You
you.
finished?
Hush up, Dweeb.
Dweeb. Dag.
Sorry.
Yes.
I went to look at a house. Well, are you reading the comments too?
I went to look at a house one time and I walked in the room. I felt something cold go through me, and then me and my realtor looked at the wall and a cross fell upside down. The cross fell upside down. A cross fell upside down.
The cross fell upside down.
Well,
Okay,
the realtor's not doing her job because she's supposed to clear all that stuff before she's even showing a property.
That's right.
But, well, that's interesting.
Hey,
yes, I
Joe.
do agree the series is better than the movie. Yes.
Joe, hey, you're frozen. Yeah. Did you do that on purpose, or is there a ghost stopping your stuff?
What happened?
I don't know. You're all frozen.
You did it. I know
it's frozen
you did it.
in time.
You had something to do with it. Hang on.
I did. I
never
did it on
Joey's
purpose.
Here.
I'm all pushing buttons.
Is it still back? No, it's gone off air now. I've lost connection. Okay, that's all right. I'll just put it back on. Here we go. Camera. No, it's lost. It's gone.
She wants us all together to say the cross fell upside down. No, because if we say it 3 times, then we'll get smacked in the face by a pork chop or something. That's what I heard.
What do you have to say 3 times?
I don't know. I did. I'm just kidding. She said she wanted us all together to say the cross fell upside down.
I don't know why my thing's gone.
PJ is saying to leave and come back. I thought he was trying to say something scary, but that's what he actually meant.
All right.
He means leave and come back.
Thank you and good night.
Yeah. Sorry guys. I've known him so long. I talk to him like we normally do. So, give me a second to wait for him to come back in. Anyway, he just called me a dag and in public. Yeah. He calls me that all the time, but I didn't think he'd do it on air.
Oh my gosh.
Do on air.
Yeah. I said, you call me a dag all the time, but you just did it live.
Yeah, you call me a dweeb on it. So I call you lots of
I
other things too.
know. I was
But
apologizing to
it's your
everyone.
show. I'm not going to embarrass you. You probably never have me on again. I don't think anyone of your friends here or anyone in the chat will ever want to have me on your show ever again.
No, you know what? Some of these guys tease me all the time. We all have fun. We're all family. We're all part of the nerd gang. And see Gaps over here drinking to my snort. So he'd love for you to do your thing.
So am I. I'll join your Gap.
Let me see. Oh, there was a few questions. What did I miss?
I don't know.
1 second. Because PJ had a question. Hang
He said he
on.
wanted to work with me over here. I said, sure, PJ, come and move over here to Australia. I'll show you
He's
everything.
gonna go to Australia.
He's going to come here and work with Joe.
Oh gosh, I can't even say. Okay, so
Questions.
yeah, there's
Do I
another
make
question,
you
but I
nervous or
don't know if
something,
you
Maria?
can. Yeah, you're really making me shake in my shoes. You know what it is that I can't swing in my chair.
Yeah, but you're leaning in it instead.
Yeah, I have to do something. What do you want me to do? Stand on my head?
Question time, Maria.
I'm
Okay,
finished.
I'll read them out for you. Theoretically, it's the side of someone they don't want to accept, and it manifests largely as a shadow-like entity. They're mostly seen by those who experience sleep paralysis. Is that what you meant about the Jungian shadows?
He's kind of responding to the other guy about that, right? I don't know.
I'll have a look in the live feed. Hang on, I can click on that too.
That's what I was doing before
Dan
I figured out.
Aykroyd on New Ghostbusters. No, but I have spoken to him and I got a free vodka out of it. So I'm happy because he's right into that, Dan Aykroyd. UFOs as well. If anyone's into UFOs, come down to Australia because we've got plenty of them everywhere. We have.
You know what? I get so jealous of Joe because he actually got to interview Harrison Ford, and that's just not
Don't
something that
ever
happens.
mention Star Wars to him or Razzle Lost Ark.
Yeah, don't.
He's very funny. He's sarcastically funny, but he's funny.
Let's see what else I was going to ask you about. Well, again, we were going to we're talking about the Farscape thing. What did you get to see and do there?
Oh, that's right, Farscape. That was made down here. Some of it was, and then I think one of the seasons they moved it to America in Burbank. I don't know what season. I can't remember, but that started off as a small thing. Because of the sci-fi, there was the new channel came that year, Sci-Fi Channel, and they thought, let's make some content for sci-fi. And they said, well, everyone else is doing it. Then the Star Trek movies and all that came out, and they were working on that new Star Trek motion picture, and then other series were coming up. And they said, well, how about we do one and we'll just knock one off, So they went into one, and I think it was with Jim Henson Company. And they actually own the rights now, not us. And it was with the Nine Network Australia and can't remember which studio. I think it was Paramount. I'm not sure, but the Farscape people would know. But it was Jim Henson Company. They did all the puppets and everything like that. And I'd be out there on location, and sometimes, working over there doing camera work. They'd say, Joe, we need you down there at Bear Island. In the city at a place called La Perouse, where they also filmed Mission Impossible 2 with Tom. Remember Tom Cruise? He's blowing up the island and having a big fight with the choppers and everything. That's where they filmed one episode. I can't remember which one it was, but I do remember that it was the girl with the red hair, and she met one of her friends or one of her type of people, and they were underground in this sort of place, and had to put these. I don't watch the show, so they had to put these star things and jab them into the ground, and they sort of rose up. I don't know if you know what that episode was or if you remember it, but that was filmed there, and I was there doing that. And that was filmed at Bear Island down the road, and I didn't know what I was getting into. Sometimes you get called down there They just need an online on location guy. See, filming. And because I have the camera, the film camera wasn't done on video, it was film. That they said you can get in with the film, ARRI and Panavision, so you can be a technical consultant as well. Whatever happens, just get it done. So they send me down the road and I get it done, and that's it. I might spend one day there. You don't get in any credits because it's too expensive to put credits and change them around. So they leave in production unit. Everyone's the same. And I don't care. You don't get credited for that because you're under salary sacrifice. So do you think Claudia and Ben will be in the new Stargate series Brad Wright is working on? We think they might. I think, well, they will be making a cameo in it, but I think they want to put this out for the new people, the new generation of people, and wokeness. So a lot of their antics and their sarcasm is not going to work well with today's generation, if you know what I mean. So they will have a cameo in it, but not the way they used to carry on because it's sexist.
Yes. Oh, please. There's a whole other show on that alone. Other streams going on about that exactly.
Oh, yeah, I can tell you now.
PJ just did the AUK.
Yeah, I can tell you. You can guarantee they will be, but not the way that. If you saw the 200th episode and how they were acting in that, and they were doing a bit of fun with that on the Stargate 200th of Stargate, they actually had people from Farscape in it, and they were changing around. Did you watch that? Did you watch that? Maria?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's got Farscape and the Stargate people in there back again. So it'll be something similar to that, but it won't be goofy and campy like that. They'll be making cameos in it, yeah. And even what's his name from Star Trek, the bearded guy, have something to do with it as well. Whether he's producing or directing, I'm not sure.
She sounds like me. I don't know their names. I'm just the guy, with the thing and the what's it?
I mean, it's on the tip of my tongue, but it's Sunday morning, I should be inside watching in bed with my cheese and toast, watching Scooby-Doo.
I know it. I dragged you out.
Shannon's laughing. I don't think she probably thinks I'm a lunatic.
No. She knows. She's just getting used to me and my weirdness.
We're big friends.
Yeah. My friends are fun.
Me, I'm talking about.
So
what else? Other questions? Give them. Come on.
Well, you got it up on the screen there, sharing it there.
Oh, Joe, do you narrate fantasy audio? As I like pirates or elves and naughty books. Well, Shebe, let me tell you that if you like naughty books, then I'm a naughty guy. Whatever you write, I will read to you in this voice.
Be careful what you ask for there. Yes. Joe has quite the voice for that. Yes. He can make something.
Look at Maria going all red now. Look at her. Look.
What?
It's not the camera. It's not the lighting. She's gone all red. Yes, Shebe.
Hey, LDG. So good to see you here. LDG, Joe does one heck of a show himself. Some of these people are professionals. So I learned from them as well. LDG is pretty good, has a pretty good
Maybe I should
show
do my own podcast and knock you off.
You know what? You already have your own shit.
That's true.
Yeah, leave mine alone, right?
But I can't I can't be myself.
I want you to be. That's what I'm waiting for, because I'm
being myself now.
I want them to see all of everything, your talents, your stuff, and that's why I want you to do it, because I didn't know where to start. I've been trying to bring that out because you are a heck of a guy.
What's up, Doc?
No, he does. I wanted to play a clip of some of your radio show when you're doing radio show, but also just some of the other funny shit you're doing. Because he is a show in himself. And as a matter of fact, there was one thing that I wanted to share with them. Did you just make fun of me?
No, I just snorted so I can have a drink with Gap.
He's dweeb. Oh, wow. So just a second. Let me see if
we're going for 120 minutes tonight, folks. We're already past the hour. Marie hasn't noticed.
I know. I haven't exploded yet. Isn't that something?
Did you do that?
Yeah, I haven't exploded yet. I'm trying to pull up that one. I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna show him,
What are you
and
going to
you're
show
gonna
them?
be like,
You're going to embarrass me.
I am, but it's gonna be fun. And well, I won't embarrass you too much because I think
I
you
look
put this
fat in
out in
this chair.
public.
Why?
You put this out in public, so
Did I?
yeah. Yeah, it wasn't anything that you would have woken up to record just for me. So yeah, you got it out in public. Let me pass some of this Farscape stuff. You showing off your Farscape 20th
Oh,
anniversary
yes, the
edition that you
photos.
got.
I'm getting
No, the
photos of that. That
20th
was a.
anniversary edition you got of the friggin'
Oh, yeah, that too. Isn't
you
it out there yet?
dweeb.
On Blu
I
ray?
know, because that's not even fair.
Isn't it
Um,
out there yet? Don't you just have it?
I don't know. I haven't seen it unless it's been sold
Some
out everywhere I
Farscape
go.
fan you are then. But we used to see
Well,
them in the we used to
hello.
see them in the studios. To answer that question I forgot about before I went froze. We used to see them in makeup and some of the
Yeah.
makeup. Get you going. Some of
Okay.
the earlier stuff too in Farscape, which I have sent you photos of.
Yes, you do, and I was
The
gonna share
makeup
some of those.
pictures that didn't
Damn it!
make it
That's not what I was
on
trying to
air.
share. Where is it?
There
That's
was
not the
some
one.
makeup images
Yeah, here
that
it is.
were tested that did not make it to the final scenes in the beginning of the show's inception and sets as well.
Okay.
I've sent you those,
I
but she's
I
snobby. She keeps them to herself.
you know what? I'm a snub.
She doesn't
Okay.
even share them. I bet you she didn't even give them
Just
to
for
PJ, did
that,
she?
I did give stuff to PJ. PJ, tell him I sent you stuff.
Did she send you the Farscape behind the
Tell
scenes pictures
tell him that I sent you stuff, PJ.
of the one where Virginia Hayes smoking with the puppet? Like, was that good for you too? Bet you she didn't.
I shared, okay?
That's a
And
real picture
speaking
too. It
of,
wasn't just me making that up.
yeah, I know. I'm gonna get
You've got
that.
to let Tracy ask questions too.
I know. I'm trying.
All right, I'll shut up now, and you can.
Okay, let me see. Hang on a sec. This
Oh, you're
this
not going to show that. Oh
yes.
my. Okay,
I'm
fine.
gonna
Do it.
show
I don't
this.
care.
Okay.
Yeah, a friend of
I'm
mine,
about to retire. Who cares?
Stefan, he sent me this clip.
Making
Step
fun
back
of
just a little bit. Shoulder, hand, there you go.
making fun of somebody. Actually,
Steady
that's
on.
private. That's my personality. I'm allowed to do that sort of stuff. I just thought that was very awkward. But God bless him. God bless him, I say. But giving it a go. She looks like she's really enjoying this. She's right in it. Yep. Really passionate. She's really passionate about this dance.
Now I know what you're thinking. What the hell did I just watch, right? Well, I kind of got to thinking this could be a new trend, like planking and twerking was. So I thought, what the hell, it could take off. So I decided to get in on it myself.
Sexy, sexy Joe. Joey's at this moment. Look at him go. Yeah. This is how he entertains himself. Right. Benny Hill, right? Yeah. Oh, mercy. this this, this is Joe. Yeah. Anyway.
I'm just having a cigarette now.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm going to retire anyway, so anything you do cannot damage me. I really don't care.
Oh, mercy. So, yeah, there you go. There's Joe there. All the talent he has. He's making
Yeah,
everybody
right
crack the hell up.
Yeah,
I
gave up smoking until I saw that again.
no, because when was the last time
There's no
that
smoking
I
on your
saw you
show.
do that? You had two in your mouth at the same time. When was it?
That was when I was in lockdown.
No, it was.
Don't show them that stuff.
I'm not going to show them that. I didn't
I'm going to
video
go
that.
back to the feed and see what everyone's saying about that now.
They loved it.
God.
They loved it.
Imagine seeing his shadow in that window. Shay Bay. You've got a whole different picture painted now, haven't you, after seeing that one now? She's going to be seeing my shadow in the window. I need you to remake the one of the girl dancing.
Yeah, you'd make a hell of a ghost show. There's gonna be. I think I saw a sighting of Joe, and they're gonna be you shaking your
steal his significant others. He said,
padded ass.
Well,
Oh my God, PJ
I was
thinks
bored.
this is yeah.
Old Joe.
PJ says it reminds him of Benny Hill.
Benny
And
Hill.
let me see. He's let's see. Your significant
She
others.
snorted again.
What time the police are?
Yes, that's true. The police in Australia are arresting the ghosts for spreading COVID because they have not been
Well, they
vaccinated.
can't get their shots. How are you going to give it to them?
I mean, there's
That's
no
just-
excuse.
Oh my God. Tracy.
Time, I wouldn't agree. I think I'm going to progress with the cigarette, and I've got this now. I think I'm going to have some sherry next after seeing. She's just embarrassed me.
I'm not the one that filmed it.
But you notice she's getting these clips from my personal wall. So,
Hey, I gave you full opportunity to share what you wanted, and you said,
I did.
Show them, show them."
And I gave it to
and
you.
then when but you gave me a lot.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted you to show, not my personal idiot things I do on a Sunday morning in my lounge room.
Yeah, well,
Now the whole everyone's seeing this.
yes,
That's
yes,
good.
I know.
Thank you. You know what? I hope it turns on you, and I hope someone says we're going to put you in a funny comedy show, and you're going to host it, and it laughs on me then.
Well, it's not like you haven't done comedy stuff before.
No. Really?
Yeah.
You call that comedy? I call that insanity.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. What other stuff? Because I know we got what?
Tracy shaking her head at everything I say. I think it's not politically correct.
Tracy, you have some things you want to say? Question. She's speechless. She's like, what did Maria get me into?
Exactly. She's like, this is the Twilight Zone. It's Saturday night, and she's like, what the hell are we doing here?
No, this is fun. This is really fun. I've been looking forward to this.
Is there anything else to watch on television?
I don't have television. I just stream stuff. So, gosh, I know. I'm just going through these comments.
Good thing you are. I'm horrible. I am horrible at trying to keep up. Gap just still he's gonna be drunk by the end of the night.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
And see, look, even PJ is telling me to shut up.
I think Tracy have a question or two. That's what I'm trying to. I'm
That's
with
what
you
I'm
there,
trying to-
Orville. PJ, I'm with you there. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
Tracy might have
encourage him,
something she
PJ,
wants to ask me
encourage
and
him.
get serious.
Okay, let's
This
get
is a
serious.
serious show.
It's a serious show for sure.
Oh my gosh. You've answered quite a few of my questions already, which is great. Do you ever, just going back to your ghost show, do you ever plan on doing any, I guess, investigations in Canada or the United States, or are you strictly just doing that in Australia?
No, I haven't planned on it. I'd like to go to Kentucky, in the old Kentucky, because of how old it is. When they were in 1864, I think it was, the World Fair, where they had the big building sector, and it was for the where they had the big hall they built. They knocked it down and put the old, the old buildings in, the old quarter. There, almost all their houses are haunted, I've heard. I'd like to go into those old houses like that, like New Orleans and that sort of area. But Canada, that's where you're from. I'd love to, yeah. I'd like to go and do stuff. I'd like to go anywhere, but with COVID.
With COVID, yeah.
We have to get a passport soon.
I've been hearing about that.
Not just a passport, but a passport for what's inside your veins.
That's right.
Yeah, but I would, if I do, we'll do one together. We'll go out there and we'll do that.
Yeah,
But
I've got a
Maria's
few
not
places in mind.
Where, Tracy?
Don't tell her, she'll come.
The Fortress of
You froze.
Lewisburg in Nova Scotia.
Hang on, say it again, because I'm sorry.
Okay, you cut off then.
Oh, the Fortress of Lewisburg here in Nova Scotia.
Oh, yeah.
It is the most haunted place on record in this province. So it might be right up your alley.
Yeah, I'd like to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't take gimmicks and gadgets, so I go in there and just, have a look. And I do temperature drops as well. Someone asked me that before. I do temperature and that kind of thing, and vacuum and all sorts of things. I do take base readings and stuff to see what things are happening, temperature drops. But I'd love to do that, yeah. I mean, that'd be great. I wish I could. So if I ever do get to Canada, BC, if Trudeau lets me in, because I'm so politically incorrect, he might not. So he might not. So, but if I do, I'll call you, Tracy, and we'll go out and we'll do that. But Maria ain't coming because she swivels on the chair too much and she'll make too much noise while we're trying to film.
Oh, Maria would be so much fun.
She's doing it now.
Oh.
See,
you're impossible.
You're supposed to ask. Anyone else got any questions you want to ask?
I'm
Maria's
letting
just
Tracy
swiveling
talk
on her
because
chair.
Oh,
I'm letting her talk.
PJ has a really good one. This has to do with Nova Scotia, actually. What are your thoughts on Oak Island and the curse of Oak Island?
Actually, you're funny. I actually wrote to those guys and I threw a couple of my ideas at them. I actually write into that. I've been watching that since it started, and I also follow them and they're personally what they're doing. I've seen people pass away in that show and all the guests and their theories. And a lot of people get the shits with that show because, they never catch anything. But that's the whole thing. That's the way it happens. And it's only limited time up there that they can do that stuff because of the temperature, and the summers aren't very long. It's a matter of a handful of weeks, isn't it, that you've really had fine days up there for summer?
Yeah, it is. That's true.
It's very cold and they can't do any digging and all sorts of things like that. And but the summer's probably about a handful of weeks. So everyone gets the shits and says, why haven't they found anything yet? But they have. They haven't found the treasure, but underneath, the ground keeps moving. How many people have dug in that place? And a lot of it's been stirred around and things have been moved. And even when they dug a shaft 3 years ago, it collapsed and fell in on itself again. So they have to dig again if you watch the show. So a lot of that's moved around and they're coming in all sorts of ways. But I actually think, the first minute I watched the first episode of that show, I could see the pyramid, the eye, the all-seeing eye. Because up the top there, right, where you've got an American dollar, you know what I'm talking about. When you got the pyramid, and just down from the pyramid at the 33rd degree, you've got that eye. And that's exactly what's happening there at Oakland. You've got the pyramid there, and you've got the 33rd degree there, and then there's the eye there, which is always, in any photo you look at from an aerial shot, that eye is there. No matter how much moss is growing over anything, that eye is always there. I think there's a very significant part of it, and I think it's all in there. It's all in the swamp.
That's kind of
Yeah.
crazy. PJ's having a blast over here going
Me and
out.
PJ are going to do a review show on Oak Island because we watch that show religiously. We know a lot about the history. The Rosicrucians and everybody's involved there. I don't know. I think the treasure might be Spanish conquistadors myself. I don't think it's from the Crusades. Possibly someone from the Crusades went there, but I don't think so. There's so many different times. From the 5th century is the earliest time that they found evidence. So either someone's going around having a laugh and throwing some artifacts out there for them to find from different centuries to screw everybody up, or really a lot of people have visited there. There's hidden wharfs that they've still got to discover and all sorts of things in the swamp yet, which you probably haven't seen yet on TV get done yet. But there's another hidden wharf there in the east end, right in that bottom right corner there. But as you remember, like this is like 700 years ago. So the ocean has moved up quite a lot. I mean, in 40 years, my river has gone under where we used to play and kick the ball around. So imagine what 700 years will do. It shifts it a lot. And 700 years ago, it's way out there somewhere. That's where the beachfront was, you know.
Wow.
So yeah.
You got a lot of stories. Time. What are the odds
I'm
that
not
he's
just
going
a
to?
pretty face.
Yeah.
We'll have to do part 2, or maybe we'll have to get onto this again some other time, because I can tell that you're leaning in the chair now, and I think you're just ready for bed.
I gotta eat. But Time over here asking if you've met Paul Hogan.
Well, I met Paul Hogan, no.
No, I don't think anybody. Yeah, I mean,
no, Paul Hogan doesn't live here anymore. He lives overseas.
You have a message there.
Joe has an open invite to come check out the home of Thomas Ditson, the real-life Yankee Doodle and lost town of the American Revolution, Bellessio, Massachusetts. See, I know what MA is. Actually, Patty, I actually have a coin from 1776. This is a mystery because I went underneath some tunnels here that haven't been old drum tunnels here in Sydney. Okay, and underneath the old Sydney area. And what was his name? I forgot his name now. He does a show, and it's called Secrets of the Underground. Okay, and he came here, and he was doing some filming. We were doing some filming of the old Ophir Gold Rush days, and I showed him a tunnel that's under here. It's just right now. No one's been under it since Charles Dickens' days. Okay, since the first fleet was here. And we went underneath and had a look at this thing with me and this other guy, and we were filming down, and there was like this old tunnel, and we saw something shimmer, and we went over to it, and it was all muddy, and there's big roots from the fig trees above, and we went over, and I found in the dirt an old coin, and it was from 1776. It said Liberty, and it was from Trinity Church, Massachusetts. It had on the other side, and we thought, what the hell is this doing here? So you never know. The British did take a lot of treasure from when they left, you know, when Paul Revere was saying that, you know, when you got rid of us and the Brits, and they did take a lot of the loot, but do you think they took it back to England, Mother England? Where do you think they went and hid it? Prison Connolly, millions of miles away. And
Yeah.
that's what I think is really down there, and no one's been down there to have a look, real good look, with any detectives or anything. So I've got that coin, and what's it doing here? You know, someone brought it here. Some ship brought it here. So, hey, there you go. Was that your alarm? Is your coffee ready? Your soup is ready?
It wasn't mine. I don't think it was.
It wasn't mine.
It'd be a ghost. There's a few other things. I'm getting a little hungry, and I have to feed the cats. But we'll have to have you back again. There's still a few other questions here, though. Let's see. You've got PJ.
What does Joe think about the fad a few years ago and fake documentaries like on Bigfoot and Merman? Are you talking about Ethel Merman? Do they hurt your industry trust with viewers? Yes, they do. Because there's a lot of them that just get out there, and most of the stuff is just unprepared, and it's not based on any truth. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I have shown to me which is all these orbs. And I can tell you, as a cameraman, the lens detraction, the depth of the lens with the arc, it can produce a lot of orbs. And I've gone into places, and even on film, we got a big Panavision camera, right? And we're filming. Someone walks through an old house, dust. And what happens when they put the lights on? Dust. And they go, look, there's an orb. It's not an orb, okay? It's not. But there are orbs, but not most of the stuff that I get sent and most of the stuff you see on TV. A lot of that's cheap and it's entertainment, and we call it trash TV. And it does detract from the real people out there. And I'm not saying I'm one of them, but a lot of real people who take this seriously, it does detract from that and make a mockery out of it, you know?
Oh, real quick, Gap brings up something
Stargate.
good.
Where can you find Joe on Twitter and YouTube?
You can drop your
You
link
can't.
since you have the Wrenchy job. Drop your links, whatever you want to share
I
with
don't
them.
have any. I stay right off the grid because funny enough, I get a lot of lunatics calling me and saying, I got a picture of a ghost, and they send me all this stuff on my Instagram, and I get phone calls on my phone from Facebook Messenger, people I don't know, ringing me up at 2:00 in the morning. I got ghosts in my house. Can you come and look at it? Who's this? One of my idiot friends ringing me up at 2:00 in the morning. So I block a lot of that off, and I've had a lot of problems.
He won't answer my call. Like, he won't answer my call until.
And she says, I can't call you. I said, that's because I'm a superstar.
Oh, I'll call. He just won't answer it.
But it doesn't come through. It blocks you. That's why it just blocks anybody that I don't approve.
Yeah, I bet you do attract some interesting people.
Oh, I got 300 and something emails from nutcases, and these are supposed to be my fans, but most of them are nutcases.
Yeah,
and you see them, and they're like, I got ghosts, and I don't know why. And they look around, they've got horoscopes and Ouija boards and the cold books everywhere. Really.
But you also do so much other stuff.
I agree with PJ.
Yeah, he does.
It's very hard to even find ghost teams to work with because most of them have watched too much TV, and they say, we're going to go look for ghosts, and everything they come into is a ghost. Every noise is a ghost.
Yeah.
If you're going to look for aliens, you'll find aliens. You know, everything's an alien. So I just go in and say, let's just go into an old house and spend the night and be logical and sane and use our wits. And that's all I do. I don't even look for them. I don't ask anything. I don't ask them to move things. They're not trick dogs, you know.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that is funny. I was hoping to talk about some other stuff too, but you know what? You do so much that I think a lot of people really wanted to know about the show, the ghost show. There's so much on that. So we're going to have you back because PJ needs to have his ass here because he's got other stuff to talk about.
Is he coming on now? Where is he today?
No, he is probably still. PJ, you're still out right now, right? We'll probably have to do it again sometime.
He's at Star. He's up the pub up at
He probably is. He's like, you know what? Let Maria swim on her own. Don't doubt it. But so yeah, he's probably. I know you're there listening, PJ. Because
have another one for me, PJ.
So yeah. Stop it.
Poor Mr. Gap's already passed out and the ambulance has carried him away. He drank so much.
Okay, Peach, if we do this again, will you actually be here next time? You know, because it'd be nice to get you guys together because we have other...
Is a pussycat.
He says he has a gazillion questions. PJ does. So, yeah, we're going to have you back. Maybe to,
what's
if you don't mind.
I mean, you can.
Oh, this is Harley. She just wants to make an attention.
Can she hear me through the speakers? Harley.
Sorry, Meowgie's trying to get in on the action.
Get out of your bungle.
God, okay, Meowgie. Come on, big boy. Oh my God, he's a heavy cat. Oh my God.
Woke him up. The look on his face now, poor Maria. Look, the cat's like...
He's like sleeping across the keyboard.
Just wake him up, the poor cat.
Do anything, God.
Yeah, look. And the cat's like... Poor thing.
Yeah, PJ said sorry. He did have a family member to take care of.
Oh, okay.
And she's obviously a fan here. She said she wanted me to leave, get gone, because now it's the Joe show.
Yes, I better go see. And yes, I have
But
found run tunnels.
uh, and anyway, we're gonna have to do this again because I'm getting kind of hungry here. But I have to go. I'm babysitting somebody else's cat. Tracy, do you have anything you want to add? What are you doing? Anything that you want to add? Throw in?
No, this has been great. And I was really looking forward to it. And I think next time I'll have a huge onslaught of questions because now my curiosity is just like totally piqued. So thank you.
I could tell you were sitting there thinking. And that's why I was like trying to get it to come
This is
out.
probably
But
the longest show that you've done.
you know what? It is. It is the longest. But it's been
Let's see how
fun.
many
And
likes
we
you've got,
still
how many
aren't
viewers you've
even.
got at the moment. There's
not even
11
started.
people watching.
But you'd be surprised at how many will come back and rewatch.
21 likes. That's
But-
all right. I'm on the show. No one's going to watch it. I'm on the show. It's fine.
They will. But I was going to say, but this is Tracy and our first time together, working together. But it's been nice because she's going to be with me on the Farscape one. So, PJ, I'm trying to.
That'll be good.
trying
PJ,
to-
I think he's going to. We're going to have to do a show just of us. He can just run off all these questions because Maria has trouble trying to understand the English and reading them. That's why it takes us so long to answer the questions.
Yay.
That's why it's taken us 120 minutes to get through 4 questions. Does Bigfoot exist, Joe? I don't know. Have you left
the
any
peanut
footprints around,
gallery.
Maria? I don't know.
No, God,
Maria,
you're such a nut.
Have you walked around in the barefoot outside in the muddy garden yet?
Yeah, you never know.
I don't know. Seriously, I think he does because we do see something down here that resembles Sasquatch Yeti. We have a name for it, and it's not called Maria. No, it's called. It's not a wobbegong. It's called. I've forgotten the name of it. Anyway, we have seen things like that down here, and there's plenty of them. And yeah, I do. I've seen something.
It might breed with the chupacabra, and then they make interesting kids.
Yeah,
Anyway.
what we call it. You better go now.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm getting hungry. You know what? Okay. See, I rocked less. I rocked less this time. Hey guys, I'm gonna. This is the longest show I've done. I'm gonna have to get. But Joe, we're gonna have to have you back, and this time with PJ when he's available. So let's do this again because we didn't get to finish. I am sorry, everybody. I couldn't get to all your stuff. You guys asked a lot of great questions, and thank you for being here.
I'll go through and I'll try and answer some.
And
I don't think I can on chat. It just doesn't do it, does it? It's not like Facebook. I can't actually click reply.
I know, but when it downloads and stuff, it'll have the chat in there. You can go in there in the comments and answer some of those questions in YouTube. But anyway, Joe, thanks for taking your morning. Go have your cheese and toast. Say hey
I don't
to
have
the
a nana nap now.
The pooch. Say hey
My
to the
siesta.
pooch.
Next time I bring my puppy on and you can.
Yeah, you should bring him on. She's a cutie. And what was I going to say? Yeah, go watch your Scooby-Doo.
I will.
Again, I apologize for anybody I missed out there. Tracy, it's been a pleasure having you. I hope I didn't scare you off to work with us on Farscape. I'm cracking up at yeah, she's staring at you, just staring at you.
And remember
Okay.
to check the children.
Yeah, she's the ghost.
Yeah, now we can hear ourselves. Anyway, everybody, you know what? Thanks for being here. We'll catch you again. And thanks again. 1 second. Let me carry out the show. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Welcome to Sherwood.
That's very interesting.
pod bay doors, please, Hal.
I love you, Scarlett.
What's that? I can tell where your eyes are looking. Don't let us